Hi guys, welcome back to my channel Mostly Programming. My name is Vivek Garg and this is lesson 11 of learning Python scripting from scratch. This lesson would be dedicated to string formatting and some other basic concepts. So without any further ado, let's get started. But before that, if you have not subscribed to our channel yet, please do that right now because it's free. Also press the bell icon so that you never miss an update from Mostly Programming. Also follow us on Instagram, it is @mostlyprogramming. We come up with new quizzes and practice session on a daily basis, so follow us there. Let's get started. The scope of today's lesson number 11 is we are going to see the check string keywords. There are two such keywords, in and not in. We are going to see how to use that in Python. Then we are going to see the concept of string concatenation. We have already discussed it several times, but we are going to see it again. Then we are going to see string formatting, escape character, some more string methods. Let's get started. So basically the check string keywords that we are going to discuss today, to check if a certain character or phrase is present in a string, we use in and not in keywords. As written here, we are going to use either in or not in keywords to check if a particular phrase or a character is present in a string. For example, if there is a string hello, if we want to check whether L is there in the string or not, we will use in keyword. If we want to check whether Z is there or not, we will use in or not in keywords. Here we are going to see an example. For example, there is a variable x which is equal to I have a pen that is blue in color, and then I'm going to take another variable y, and then I'm going to check that whether AVE as a phrase, or we can call it a string, is present in x or not. Then it is going to return us whether this string is present in the variable x or not. Then we are going to simply print y and we are going to get our answer. Let's go and check this out on PyCharm itself. So here I have already written this variable hello world. What I'm going to simply do now, take another variable y, and then I'm going to check if LLO is there in small x, and then I'm going to print, hold on a second please, and then I'm going to print y. The syntax is pretty simple. We just have to pass here in double quotes the phrase or the string that we want to check is present in the string or not. For example, LLO in, then the name of the variable. Let's run the program now, the code now. Let's see what happens. True, because LLO is present in the string. So basically this in or not in keyword is going to return us a true or false as the answer. Let's change here. Let's change it to LLOL. That is not present as a string. So we'll get false here, as you can see. What if I simply write space here? Then it is going to return true as well because we have a space here after the comma. Okay, how not in works, let us see that. We have to just change it to not in. It is going to return as false because the space is present and we are asking for the negative here. We are asking if it is not present, then true would be returned. For example, if I'm going to eliminate this, then let's run it now. Hold on a second, let me write some Z here. Okay, this is not present, then it would return true because Z is not present in the string X. I hope the usage of in and not in is now clear to you. It is pretty useful. It is a very useful concept in Python while writing the scripts. Let's go back to the presentation now. So basically the in and not in keywords are going to return us true or false depending upon whatever we are asking it. For example, whether AVE is present in the above written string or not, it is going to return us true or false. Check not in string, I have already told you this. Here we are going to see another example. I have taken a variable x which is equal to a string I am a boy and I am 22 years old, and then I am going to check with the variable using a variable y is equal to check Ram not in X. That means if Ram is not in X, then it is going to return us true. Then is Ram there in this string? No, so it is going to return us true. When we are going to print it, we can see that it is not. It is going to return us true. Then take another example. Am not in X, but am is present in X. That means it is going to return us a false because the not in condition is not satisfied here. Okay. So next topic is string concatenation. It is pretty simple. We have already discussed a lot of examples regarding string concatenation. Let us see that again. Suppose I have a variable x is equal to hello there and y is equal to how are you. Then to concatenate these strings, I will simply use a plus operator. Then what I am going to do is z is equal to x plus y, and you will see both the strings would be concatenated. Let's see it on PyCharm. For example, I have a variable x which is equal to hello, right? Then I have a variable y which is equal to there. Then to concatenate both, what I'm going to do is simply write x plus y. Then I'm going to print z. Okay, so when I'll run this, you will see there is no space between hello there, right? That may cause a problem here. So what we are going to do is simply add a blank space here and then concatenate it as well. So that's how we can concatenate blank spaces or white spaces in between our text that we are concatenating. That is all about the string concatenation. Let's go back to the presentation and see the remaining concepts. So that was all about string concatenation. Now the next topic is formatting. This is the most important topic of this lecture. Here we are going to see that how can we format strings. But before that, we all know that we cannot concatenate a string with the integer or in general a number. It is going to cause us an error. So I have taken a variable here, z is equal to my name is Vivek Garg plus my ages, which both are strings, plus 22, which is an integer, plus years, which is again a string. When I'm going to run this, you will see when I'm going to print this, a type error would be there. Let's check it on PyCharm as well. I have these two variables and I'm going to take z variable as age, suppose. So when I'm going to take another variable, m is equal to x plus y plus z. When I'm going to print m now, what is going to happen? I will get a type error because strings can't be added to integers. There are two possible solutions now. Either convert this integer into a string by using str function, or I can use format method to format the strings. Let us see what the format method is. So basically the format method helps us to add both the or concatenate both strings and integers, or to include numbers in between the strings. Now how to do that? We can combine string and numbers using format method. Here we use two things, dot format, which is the function, and curly brackets. I'm going to show you how do we use it. Let's see how. Suppose I have a variable age which is equal to 22 and I have a text which is equal to my age is. Then where I want to insert the number, I would add a curly bracket there. Then I am going to simply print text dot format, and in the brackets I am going to pass the variable which is a number. Let's see on PyCharm. Let's go and let's take here some variables. Suppose I have a variable age which is equal to 22. Then I have some text which is equal to my age is. Then at the place of the number, just add a curly bracket. Then inside the print, we are going to print this text. So write text. Now use dot format, which is used for formatting the strings. Dot format, and then in the parenthesis, what we have to do, write the name of the variable, age. Let's run it now. Hold on a second. Indentation error. Hold on a second. Let me just remove all the spaces here. Let's run it now. So my age is 22 is printed on the screen now. As you can see that it was just the case of a single variable. What if we need to use multiple variables? Format got us covered here as well. Let's see, age 1 is equal to 21, age 2 is equal to 20. My present age is this. I was an year ago and years ago. So what basically my output would be, my present age is 22, I was 21 a year ago and 22 years ago. So to print this, what I'll do here is I'll just pass the numbers or pass the variables here in the same order that I want to print them. Let's run it now. Key error, hold on a second, what's the problem? Okay, so the error here was that we have included a space over here by mistakes. There should be no space between the curly brackets, remember this. So now my present age is 22, I was 21 a year ago and 22 years ago is printed. Let's add a space after the curly bracket. So this is the output now. Now what if I want to randomly write the variables but I want to write the index here? You can also write the index here 0, 1 or suppose 2 or 1 here. Now let us see, the output is changed now. My present age is 22, I was 20 a year ago and 21 2 years ago, which is not possible, but for the sake of the example we are doing this. So basically this variable is at index 0, this at 1, this at 2, and if there are any other variable that would be 3, 4, 5 and so on. So if we are writing the index number here, that means that particular variable with that index number would be printed here. The order then does not matter. The index number matters here. So there are two ways of writing this. One, in the serial, like age that we want to print here, I will write here, then here, or I can give the index number here according to the order that I have passed it to the format function. I hope the concept of string formatting is now clear. Let us go back to the presentation now. So we have already seen this string formatting. I have already covered the multiple variables as well. Let us see what is an escape character now. To insert an illegal character in a string, we use escape character. Now what do I mean by illegal character here? Let's go to PyCharm again. Let me erase all this now. Then simply suppose I have a variable x is equal to he said sorry, but I did not acknowledge. Did not acknowledge. Right. I have this string here. When I'm going to print this, you will see, let's see what happens. I'm not going to tell you, just see yourself. Print x. Let's print this string here. We get an error, invalid syntax error, because we can't include double quotes inside a double quote. Right. So there are two possible solutions now. Number one solution is use triple quotes here instead of double quotes and then print it. It is working fine now. The double quotes inside the string is now printed. The second method is the use of escape character. Now how to use the escape character? Let me first get back to where we started from. Now before the invalid character, insert a backslash. So at both the invalid characters, I have inserted an escape character, a backslash. Then now I'm going to run this and you will see. Okay, let me just check it out if I'm doing it right. Okay. Yeah, so it is now done. We have to use this slash, not the one I used in my first attempt. So we have to use this particular slash. This is the escape character before any illegal character that we want to insert into the string. So this helps us to use any illegal characters in the string. There are two possible solutions. Either use triple quotes to write the string or use this slash. You will find this above the enter key on your keyboard. I hope the concept of escape character is clear now. You can also see the color that has changed here. Let's go back to the presentation now and continue with our lecture. We have discussed the concept of escape character. More string methods. There are some more string methods that I use. I'm just going to describe you. We are not going to see this practically. So capitalize. Capitalize is used to convert the initial character of the string to a capital letter. Is-alpha is used to check whether the string is alphabetic or numeric. Similarly, digit for numeric. Join is used to join multiple string. We will see a similar method in list as well. rstrip and lstrip, we have already discussed these methods. If you want to learn these methods in detail, I'll suggest you to go to the python.org or W3 schools. You will find the necessary documentation there. I hope the concepts are now clear to you guys. If you have any queries, feel free to ask me in the comment section below, or you can even DM me on my social media accounts. The link to those will be in the description itself. So if you like the video, give it a thumbs up, also share with your friends and subscribe to my channel because your subscriptions give me motivation to make more such videos. Thank you very much for watching.